Right, so hey guys, and welcome back to XP11. So, flying the A350 this time. Aircraft I'm not too prone to using, but hey, I think slightly special one today, because, well, if you can get the idea now, it's a little bit longer than your standard A350. Yes, so for those who have followed me on Discord or the Explain Facebook group recently, you've noticed that I've recently picked up an A350-1000. So, yes, the A350-1000, developed by Airbus, still in production, costs around £350 million if you want to pick one up. And yeah, it should be a bit of fun today. Should be a bit of fun. So we're flying the delivery flight from Chateauroux to Heathrow, and we'll try and recreate that, given the fact that it's about a week later and the weather certainly hasn't held up a bit. But hey, like I said, try and keep it realistic, try and keep it all together. So inside the cockpit of the aircraft, it's an A350. What do you expect? We just quickly get started with the flight tracking notes. So if I drag over project flight, start that one. I'm also going to start up packs. I mean, we don't actually have any passengers on board today, but so I think it's tracking there as well. So it's Lima Foxtrot Lima X-ray to Echo Golf Lima Lima. We'll be departing in approximately. I want to give it another, let's say, 25 minutes till takeoff. Flight time is 1 hour and 24 minutes. Cruising altitude is 34,000 with a flight number of, what was it, Speedbird 350. So bore 350. It should be BA 350. Aircraft, we're flying an A350-1000, which I know is part of PAX. 0 passengers, okay, 1 passenger. Aircraft has got Wi-Fi. Boarding music and customized drone mission don't really need because there's no passengers on board. Right, who's the one lucky guy on our aircraft today? Carlos Miller. Hope he likes his coffee. Hang on. How old is this guy we've got on board? Hopefully not from the orphanage. Right, so we've got 1 person on board today, Carlos Miller. Welcome aboard the 350. Right, I guess it's just time to get the aircraft set up and ready to go. So, like I say, the A350 is not my main aircraft, or not my go-to. So if I do make any minor errors here and there, I do apologise. But it should be fairly simple, so it's just a case of, well, overhead panels, turn the lights off, bring on the power. The overhead panel is probably the easiest bit of the aircraft, I will be honest. Like I say, it's just spot any lights, turn it all off. Yeah, throw the passenger systems on as well. I mean, we've got 1 person on board, but it's not particularly required. Anything that's on low or off usually sets to manual. IRS has been aligned as well. Nice and simple. Set up the air and heating. Packs on as well. And that should be everything. There's also a bit more over there to do as well. We have got flight attendants on board as well, rather interestingly. Logo lights, navigation lights active, seatbelt signs and smoking on just for the sake of it as well. Like I say, this is a 350, it's 51,000, flying on the Heathrow delivery flight. Yep, welcome stream, how you doing today? How you doing? I'm not too bad, not too bad. This is Saturday, went out in the morning, but come back for the evening just to do this flight. So, flight number is Speedbird 350, flying from Chateauroux to Heathrow. We've got Lima Lima. We do have a company route, LFLX EGLL01. Cruising is 340. Costing next is 50, as is the standard of British Airways. And IRS is now aligning. So it'll take about 8 minutes or so to align. That's going to be plenty of time to go around the aircraft, figure it all out. So bring all the ground surfaces together. Hopefully this is all aligned, but this aircraft is actually a little bit more extended than the 900, so like I say, things can be a little bit out of place. But I'm sure there'll be a little bit going on. So 3 crew on board, 1 first class, no passengers, no business, that's absolutely empty. No cargo, no nothing, it's delivery flights. We still have that 6-year-old on board our aircraft. I'm still quite considering where we got him from. What can I say? So, just up the fuel on board. Looking good. ZFW. I have got this all on sim briefs, so now I'll go into that. 158, 12 tons of fuel, and our centre of gravity is 28%, so fairly forward, but should be within the limits of the aircraft. One passenger. Cosmex is all sorted, that's all sorted, all looks good. Clear any issues. Alright, runway of departure today. So if I quickly check the weather information at Chateauroux. Winds are currently at variable 2 knots. There are low altitude clouds at the moment, scattered 7,000, broken at 10,000. So that we need to care about as well. And given that it is raining right now, though not frozen rain, which is I guess the upside to it. So at the takeoff speed, so V1, 118, 121 rotate, and it's 125 V2. Flex temp is 52. Using flaps 1 for takeoff, since you are a very light aircraft today, and the runway here is plenty. Runway is 35,000 feet long, and that's N1 also bring over here at 85%. That should be the perhaps all set up now. Set up the MFD as well and PFD. Altitude cruising at 3.4, so we'll just adjust that. Set up the GWS and other flight systems as well. One thing I do like about the 350, I mean, fair enough compared to Boeing aircraft, is that it does give you all the missing systems on the central display there, just above, so I can see what I'm missing right now. But hey, less to know about in the Boeing, I guess. Right, close all hatches, aircraft basically everything it requires on board. Close all the ground services as well. Right, what am I doing now? Alright, this is aligning, bring up the fuel pumps, and very shortly probably start up the APU as well. Start up the radar there. Forward call, just set stats. Captain side done.
The passengers to plunk out their eyes. Please turn on the cabin. Yes, Captain.
Yeah, we all know the overheads. Actually, I'm not sure if people know about this Easter egg, I'll be honest.
Leave me alone, sir. I must attend to the passengers. Captain, why don't you try chewing your arm off? Oh, various gods, deities of the great spaghetti monster. I'm off to write a complaint letter to Austin. So
Captain, I regret to inform you that the chief flight attendant has been killed.
Yeah, a little Easter egg with the Flight Factor 350 there. You can abuse the flight attendant and cause them to walk themselves, basically. Another way of putting that. Alright, let's check the FMS. Quick look over that. Flight plan has been activated, so it should be alright. Plug that in again, just in case. Apply that, and hopefully... There we go. That's the legs all sorted. Now, unfortunately, we don't quite have citizen stars, something we are missing out on, but I'm sure with the Flight Factor V2, once that does come out into fruition, we should see the SIDS and stars are reserved for V3, as we all know. Alright, yeah, make sure our position's all set properly, that's all fine. Make sure our flight plan is all set up as well correctly, all looking good. GPS, we are in the right location, that's looking fine. I don't quite know what I'm actually talking about right now, because for those who do watch my channel, I'm not the biggest Airbus connoisseur in the world. I can just about fly the TOLIS. I'm basically remembering what I can remember in tutorials and whatnot. I'm not sure if I did the RS right there, so I'm going to quickly force line that, just for the sake of getting things on the ground. And let's start up the APU like I said I would. So that'll just take a couple of moments. We see what runway we're departing from. Hang on, make sure the AP set up as well. Cool, yeah, so 03 will be departing from, just double check my notes there. APU's coming to life. And ground services, we can now disconnect the GPU. The armrest, just for the sake of being able to see the flap switch there. And presuming that everything's clear, I don't think we'll need a pushback. It should just be a simple case of start up the engines and on our way. Now, 350 does have dual engine startup, something that is a feature of it. Now, if we look from outside, both engines are starting up, and for those with a close sight, you can tell this is a 350, made down to the fact that we have got 3 landing gear on the rear there, as opposed to standard 2. And yeah, if you're just tuning to the stream now, A350-1000, recreating the Chateauroux to London Heathrow delivery flights of the British Airways A350-1000, which was last Saturday. And yeah, like I say, should be quite a fun one today. Should be quite a fun one. Hopefully the storm doesn't put too much of a downer on it, but I believe coming into Heathrow, things should be a little bit brighter. Right. APU can come off. Aircraft is on. Start up. Make sure the flight surfaces are all working. Ailerons are all fine. Rudder. That's looking good. Sets the flaps and auto spoilers rejects takeoff. Close the cockpit door, just secure that. Parking brakes released. A little bit of throttle in, start taxiing. And like I say, it's 03 for takeoff today, so we'll make our way down to that. Start going now, so a bit of a pinhead turn that, since it is just a U-turn essentially. I presume the wet ground has put a little bit of a push on that, so a little bit more throttle. There we go, that's what I needed. What I do want to quickly check is the altimeter set correctly. Do a quick yeah, 1015, so see that on the left and right hand sides. Make sure the brightness up a bit as well, because it's a little bit dark right now, clouds and rain, so actually making things a little bit of a cover. Make sure the lights are correct as well. Do need to remember doing that. Now, there's no active tower anywhere right now here in Chateauroux or Heathrow, and I don't think there's any nearby traffic either. So, in terms of communicating with tower, I don't think it's something I need to worry about just yet. I think once we do get a bit closer to Heathrow, I'll certainly be doing a bit more of that. Sure that our squawk is set, mode on, entering the runway, left and right should be clear, left is clear, this is clear, no traffic approaching, so we'll make our way onto that. Be a little bit of a backtrack, but nothing too major. I'm not quite sure what the sounds there are. And that might still be ground handling sounds from something. Aircraft is secure, so Not quite sure what's going on there. Yeah, takeoff config normal, brakes were on, so brakes are all fine. And yeah, okay, pre-takeoff checklist is essentially complete. And the runway's just up ahead. Wings certainly enjoying themselves there, the wind. But bearing in mind it's only a 2-knot wind, it's a fair bit of movement, must say. Could just be the runway itself being a little bit bumpy. Oh, handbrakes, of course. Right, swing the plane around. A little bit braking in since we're going a little bit fast there. Start the clock. Almost got it. I presume we have our runway clearance. Engines are stable. All looking good. So the wipers on just for the sake of the rain as well. And there we go. Flex 52. Hold the yoke down a little bit. Sorry, stick. This is a stick, not a yoke. This is an Airbus V1.
Don't sink.
Rotate. Keep the aircraft at around 10 degrees. It's a little bit wallowy, the flight controls right now. The flight model, I'm presuming, will get tweaked. But it's actually not looking too bad. Gear up. All looking good. We have got VFR scenery from Ortho around the area, so that'd be pretty good. Take on the manual intercepts before switching over to autopilot, and then give us a chance to head to external views and give the aircraft a proper look, I guess. Just throttle as well to set it into autopilot climb. Flaps up. Wipers can come off now since we are above the raining clouds. Continue with our left bank and create an intercept. Like I say, one of the downsides of the flight factor with the V1, it doesn't quite have seats and stars in their custom FMS system, so while it's a decent 350, there are one or two things that it is missing, because I believe this was an X-Plane 10 had initially, and then ported over to X-Plane 11, and X-Plane 11 was the first to include seats and stars as part of their basic setup, so let's say a few things that are amiss, but regardless should be pretty good. And speaking of another X-Plane 10 add-on that's recently gone a bit of glory, shut up the autopilot and QNH dead standard. Take another aircraft which recently got itself some extra glory. The FlyJSim Q400 recently got an update as well. That was on Thursday. They announced they'd do a finale edition for it, 10 years after its first creation, Legacy Edition, and that was now the finale for that. So, have installed it, it's looking pretty good. Maybe I'll do a stream on that at some point as well soon. Alright, since we are now on autopilot, let's give this beauty a look, shall we? And yeah, it's big. Very, very big. So I believe the A350-1000 is currently the longest aircraft in production right now. No, it's not. It's a little bit shorter than the 74. Because I know 777X will be the longest aircraft in production. So, as we climb, just on the roof like 2-0. Welcome to the stream if you're just joining. I do apologise for not quite focusing on the chat right now. Like I say, I'm not totally inclined with the A350 right now, so I'm just kind of... I want to focus a little bit more on the plane before I focus on the chat. So I will talk to you guys, don't you worry. And just get in there. So, as the aircraft continues to climb, go through a few stats, shall we? Although I love the turn. That is beautiful. Right, so aircraft seats 2 crew, seats 369 passengers in standard configuration. So 54 up front and then 350 in economy. Overall length of the aircraft, so it's 73.79 meters long or 242-1 feet. Wings are 64 meters long. Aspect ratio, I don't know what that means. Height of the aircraft 17.8 meters, 56 foot. Fuselage is 5 meters wide by 6 meters tall. Actually, it's 5.96, so 6 meters by 6 meters, quite a round aircraft. Cabin width inside is 5.61 meters with a 9 abreast seating. You get about 18 inches seats, so not too bad, I must say, from modern day aircraft. Maximum payload 68 tons, 150,000 pounds. Carries a total of 158,791 litres of fuel, or in the US it will be 41,948 gallons. Its cargo capacity is 14 pallets inside the cargo hold. I don't know if the aircraft actually has the cargo hold model or not. I believe it does. I believe it does have a basic hold model underneath. I'll quickly go have a look at that, 'cause I know this is a fairly detailed model, again, especially for something that is not gone much further than the pre-alpha testing stage. You can see the cargo door's gone a little bit misaligned there, but has got a basic cargo hold. It's nice to see. Continue flying, shall we? Cruising speed, Mach 0.89 at its maximum, although you'll normally see it more at 0.85. Total range 16,100 kilometers or 8,700 nautical miles. Takeoff distance is 2,600, landings 2,000. Service ceiling is 41,450, although in our case we'll only be cruising at 34,000. This is not particularly the highest altitude flights in the world. And our maximum thrust is 341.5 kilonewtons. And this is also the third most powerful engine on the commercial airliner, the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB, extra wide body. So, that's us quite sorted. Oh yes, and designation is also, as opposed to A350, as we probably presume with most aircraft, is going for the 1000 with A35 kilo. Right, we have got a tower contacting us, 128.1. Tune to them. Hello Chateauroux, this is Speedbird 350 with you at flight level 250. Hang on, I can't hear this guy at all. Let's go to Squawk box, no, Squawk box, set up audio, it's maximum volume, hang on, plugins, Squawk box, set up audio, output, stick it onto the, where is it, that one. Say again, Speedbird 350, sorry. (5756) Speedbird 350. Right, so squawk in 5756. Thank you, Epic, for £1. Sorry, just caught you there. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Again, apologies if I'm not quite looking at chats. I'm still concentrating on the aircraft a little bit more. Directs to Keysacks and climb to 340, Speedbird 350. Right, so we're going to fly directs to Keysacks now. Hopefully I can hear the ATC, but I'm not totally sure. So if I zoom out on the FD there a bit, yeah, it's basically a direct flight all the way out to the UK at this point. Yeah, I don't know if I can actually hear the ATC right now, which is a slight shame, but just makes things a little bit easier in terms of my own setup here. Alright, so we've now passed 320, soon to reach 330. Almost a cruising altitude anyway, so it shouldn't take us too long till we reach that point. And then cruising time total will be about an hour, and 35 minutes will be the give or take to get to Heathrow itself. As the approach is something I'll decide on later on. Like I say, it's not something we can unfortunately put a star into, so we'll just have to do a bit more of a manual flight into Heathrow at this rate. It's definitely a good looking aircraft, that I cannot deny. Certainly for X-Plane. Just trying to sort out this audio right now, like I say, seems a little loud. And also, hope you guys can hear the ATC as well. Oh, and yes, aircraft has been modified, has got the 3 main wheels on the struts, which is pretty cool. Again, one of those modifications that has been added to it.
Confirm AE for Squawk 5701. Roger, Squawk 5701, 283.
Right, so what I've just done there is adjusted my audio setup slightly, so you guys will now be able to hear the ATC contact, as well as the aircraft in the back end. Yes, a second monitor is being used for my chat. Don't you worry, Stevie. Although, like I say, being the first time in the 350, I'm not quite monitoring chat as normally I would do, because I'm trying to focus on the aircraft a little bit more. So I do apologise for the slight disconnect today, I guess.
Would you proceed direct to Takeoff 863?
And the aircraft just been given the KETAX clearance there, so I presume he's also coming to the UK. I'm having a quick look at the ground charts at Heathrow, and we will be parking in the B-line base stand at Heathrow. So that's towards the maintenance section to the east of the airport, just north of runway 27 left. Also, it means we'll be passing the Concorde, which will be rather interesting.
123, climb the flight level 360.
This guy has definitely got the most Frenchest accent I've had with a VATS controller in a little while. Then again, Chateauroux sensor, I don't think it's the most common ATC in the world. But hey, I do always like a bit of air traffic control contact, so it makes it more fun. But yeah, no worries, Stevie. Like I say, there are moments where I can focus on chat a little bit more, like gaps in the flying, I guess, but as I say, first time flying it, it's a bit of fun, but I do kind of need to focus on the aircraft a little bit more, because for those who were watching my channel way back, when I was like flying the DC-10 for the first time, on at least 2 of my flights, we never actually made it to the airport, so I kind of want to learn from that and survive my flights. A 2-meter desk, and yeah, go for a 2 more test at least, or maybe get one of those ultra wide ones that's, you know, quite popular.
10,000 on the Norm 2 Gulf departure.
Is that the voice of Captain Canada? Is he streaming right now?
Flight climb flight level 340.
Hi, Kyle.
Climbing to 340, North Chateauroux 1495.
No, I do enjoy a bit of Captain Canada. I'm actually quite surprised we're in the airspace right now, but I've just checked, he's actually doing a stream in the same airspace, so what can I say? Yeah, once I finish, I think I'll go back and watch that live stream, see if I do appear. Maybe I'll just scream, shout, subscribe to Drawyah through his stream. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. My VATSIM account's too valuable for this. So, how are you guys doing watching stream right now? All good, I presume? I mean, I do like flights that have active air traffic control. Yes, it means you have to keep an ear out to try and listen out for any conversations happening right now, but at the same time, makes it for more of a fun flight. More for listening out to as well, that's for sure, especially as a viewer.
Neuchâtel 1495 direct altitude Alpha Delta Uniform Tango Oscar. Direct out to Neuchâtel 1495.
Right, so since we need to manually plug in the stars and approaches in, we'll be using the begin approach into 27 left. So we'll start plugging that into the FMS here. So we got the charts up so I can figure out what the actual waypoints are we need. Yeah, I'm not a navgraph subscriber myself, but NATs do come in handy. Right, first waypoint will be hilly. That gets followed by that'll be Lambourne. Closest one, usually the one that goes right. Whoops. Hang on. There we go. Delete the inconsistency there, and that'll be our approach sorted. We'll do a quick weather check at Heathrow, just see what the winds are like right now, as well as the approach setup as well. We're using 4 flaps for a slow landing in. 110 knots approach, that's going to be a nice and slow one. Gosh, I normally average out 130, 140 in a 7.3. It's going to be a very slow one in. If you guys want butter, this is butter. Thank you, Brent, for subscribing. Much appreciated, man. Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat.
Great,
8 flag, and 5 level 240, speed to Papa Golf.
So we're just shy of about halfway through the flight right now. Instead of France, or the channel won't be too far away from us ahead. Like I said, we're just shy of our destination, ETA 1804 Zulu. That puts us around 28 minutes until landing. 28 minutes. It's not really a long flight, especially for a 350. Like I say, it's more recreating the delivery flights that we're doing today, so always something to keep an ear out for. Another quick look at the outside of the aircraft. Again, gives you an idea of how long this aircraft really is, because compared to a 900, there's a bit more length in the front and behind it as well. Oh yeah, one thing with the 350 as well, we have got the flight crew compartments modelled as well, so we can head into the resting areas for them. We have the rear one for the flight attendants, and then we've also got the front one for the pilots as well. It's a fairly spacious area. I'm quite surprised that it's even modelled in the first place. Quickly open the door. Enjoy the open door alarm. Hang on, let's just quickly check OBS quickly, see if that's still streaming. Yeah, that's fine. Not sure what that bing was then. Alright, well, anyways, continue up to the front rest portion there. Got a desk on your left. You've got a couple of beds to your right. So, again, quite a little bit of detailing in that for a bit of the aircraft that you're not really going to go into. Alright, lock the cockpit doors. Continue flying again a little bit. Quick look at the flight duration. We're at ETA. Now, if we press Shift F9 and then tap on the little aircraft icon on that, see what the right, so its arrival was about 1 hour and 12 minutes. Yeah, so 1 hour and 12 minutes to arriving. Hang on, we open that again. If I click on the little passenger icon, see how Carlos is doing. Sober and happy, as you'd expect. Yeah, what can you say really? Quickly we'll set the backup displays. There's quite a lot of stuff you can mess around with in the aircraft, I must say. I mean, fair enough, my first ever stream in the Flight Factor 50 is a mock-up 1000 that doesn't exist, but if you look at the X-Plane group and a couple of Discord servers, it's certainly brought up a bit of interest. I mean, it could come in the future. You've also got the checklists as well. Cruise checklist is fairly standard. Pre-descent preparation checklist can also mess around with that later if we really needed to.
Golf Sierra Tango Alpha Charlie, descent flight
That's not
level
us, that's fine.
340.
Descent flight level 340, Golf Sierra Tango Alpha.
Golf
Preparation
Sierra
is
Tango Alpha
complete,
Charlie,
and next one will be the 10,000 feet descent one where we'll start up the landing lights and stuff like that. Yep, got the functioning keyboards as well on the 350. Another little detail, which I don't think the keyboard's functional, but again, for a little bit of a extra, you got the table and keyboard. It's a nice extra, so there's little details that kind of really bring the aircraft to life in a sim. And probably one of the reasons why I do like X-Plane a little more than FSX. I mean, while FSX there are some systems that can manage better, X-Plane's just better for those little quirks and minor animations that you can really get into it. I mean, you've got the... No, I don't think there actually is a 350 for FSX and P3D. We've got a... what's it called? We've got the freeware one, Project Airbus 350, but that's more of an external model than anything else. CamSim as well was the first to do it, but CamSim, they have their good, they have their bad. But no, I think we've got the 787 from Quality Wings, but the 350 wise, that's still very much open for P3D. And I don't think any developers have really announced their intentions for it either, so we'll see how that goes. And if you look at the Flight Simulator 2020, that one has got an A320neo confirmed, but other than that, it's again quite blank with that.
Conjet 863, descent flight level 300.
Descent flight level 300, Conjet 863.
Look at the PFD that...
350 for separation, turn right heading 040.
There's another 350 in the airspace, fair enough. So look at the PFD. We are now coming up to our intercept point, or our next given waypoint, which is directly over Dunkirk, and that left turn does take us over the channel. So very shortly, needs to... Just confirming, are you calling Speedbird 350?
Speedbird 350 for separation, turn right heading 040.
Turn right 040, Speedbird 350.
Speedbird 350, disregard for separation, turn left heading 330.
Disregard Speedbird 350. 330. Hang on. What have I done there? 330, Speedbird 350. Yeah, I do apologise. I was a little confused with that. It sounded like I was calling out another aircraft, but fair enough, that is us. So, going to 330. I'm not sure if he's going to give me a different approach or anything, but I'm not sure what's happening right now. There could even be a controller in London and Heathrow at this rate.
Subject 863, contact London Center 123 decimal
But the flight is an hour and 30 minutes, just shy of that. We're over halfway and we should be landing in about half an hour, 20 minutes anyway, so not too long to go, not too long. We're over the English Channel, landing at Heathrow. Right, so we are now just about to head over the channel. It's a little bit hazy, the sky. They can see the coast on the left-hand side, the coast of Dunkirk. So shortly we'll be leaving France, quick crossing the channel, and then flying into Heathrow. So we should be landing in about 50 minutes or so. No, less than that. Half an hour tops, really. Oh, I just realised I'm accidentally saying that.
Peter 350 contact London Center 123.9, bye-bye.
123.9, speed about 350. I do apologise, have a great evening. I just realised I accidentally said that last bit broadcasting to the controller there. That was embarrassing. 123.9. Hello there. Well, this guy sounds quite clear at least. I'll be able to understand him quite easily. Hello there, this is Speedbird 350 with you at flight level 350. Correction.
on the control for your heading.
Heading 330. Speedbird 350.
Speedbird 350, roger. Begin 4 Bravo arrival.
4 Bravo arrival, Speedbird 350.
Lovely. Royal Emirate 800 Foxtrot, speed 160 knots or greater to 4 DME.
160 greater to 4 DME, Royal Emirate 800 Foxtrot.
Golf Alpha Charlie, descend flight level 160.
So at this point, with active controller, it's just a case of now keeping out active is for that. Hopefully we'll still get to 27 left. I will request it, but if it makes it go right, we will have to go right.
I'll take that self-position. Jersey 3-1 Bravo, descend flight level 100.
Descending flight level 100, Jersey 3-1 Bravo.
Exam 06 London, pass your message.
London, good evening, Speedbird 2, Papa Golf, flight level 240.
Give it 2 Papa Golf, hello, speed 280 knots or less, begin 4 Bravo arrival.
Reducing 280 now, speaking 4 Bravo arrival, Speedbird 2 Papa Golf.
Speedbird 2 Papa Golf, fly heading 330 degrees.
Right, 330, Speedbird 2 Papa Golf.
Speedbird 350, descend flight level 180, on conversion, speed 280 knots or greater.
Descends to 180 and speed over 280, speed 350.
Royal Emirate 800 Foxtrot, tower call sign only 118.
Alright, so we now need to descend to 18,000, and as long as we're above 280 knots, we should be alright.
Ramrock 800 Foxtrot.
Shuttle 18 Hotel London, believe you with me, resume our navigation direct AIRBUS, and I'll give you further climb shortly.
Right, so start our descent for that. Speed's been set. Set the cabin as well. It should be a fairly standard approach to Heathrow today. Looks like there'll be a bit of traffic to deal with, but nothing particularly major to deal with. Lucas asks how I got the 1000 version. It's a mod. Someone in the S-Link community decided to get 900, stick 2 extra fuselage bits in, and then make it 1000 basically. Put a few liveries together and see what happens. Meaning that I am one of only 4 people who have this mod, and as it stands, will probably be one of the 4 people who will ever have this mod. I mean, it's flight factor add-on. You can't really, you can change stuff, but not publish it. It's past the EULA. There's a legal behind it, but like I say, as long as it doesn't leave my system or anyone that has got it, and we have permission from Flight Factor as well, with some things as well. It's a complicated thing, but it's a mod that won't be available anytime soon. Let's just say that.
go is 5087 passing 1,800 feet, cleared to 7,000 feet.
Alright, so I've just grabbed the charts up Heathrow and all that, so our approach should be sorted. So continue descent. Aircraft has slowed down to what it needs to be. Yeah, it should be fairly simple approaching. Coast of England not yet visible. I mean, it is fairly stormy, so I'm expecting the haze to be a little bit high. Nothing particularly major right now. It's just a case of bringing the aircraft down.
Contact London 124.1925.
Been given, but for the most part, controller will guide us in anyway, so...
You need to continue on the heading you were instructed by Paris and behind how you otherwise. Resume those navigation direct AirVax.
Direct AirVax, Speedbird 350, I do apologise.
Speedbird 2 Papa Golf, resume those navigation direct AirVax.
So it selects the AirVax waypoint there.
Saudi 123, Dane 2
Make
Alpha.
8 turns of
arrival.
that. It's told to resume our navigation, so I'll presume that's the case. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually a new one for me. Obviously, I'm not quite understanding controller right now. This is a new one for me. I mean, I'm sure we'll give them the clearance to it later. I'll give that a watch over later. If I got it wrong, I got it wrong fair enough. Like I said, I'm not exactly the most advanced simmer, but obviously I'm not quite getting there. Yeah, quick look at the wing there. Got the Union flag winglet there. The winglet, it's actually nice design that. I mean, this is using the Airbus Sharkless. But yeah, it's quite a nice little design there, especially when linking up to the tail. Very British aircraft, that's for sure. Alright, Coast of England is now coming up, just about visible. Got a nice amount of control coming out of the engines there as well. But yeah, should be over very shortly.
Speedbird 350, report your speed to London Control 124.1925.
124, Speedbird 350, Royal report speed, thank you very much.
Check frequency 124.925.
124.925, Speedbird 350.
And London Control, sorry, good evening, check 175.
Check 175, hello.
162 with you, thank you.
Hello there, this is Speedbird 350 with you at 210 and speed 285.
Speedbird 350, good evening, descend flight level 110.
Down to 110, 350.
Ryanair 303, descend flight level 80.
Hopefully this frequency is a little less hectic than the London approach a moment ago. And given that we are currently with Ryanair aircraft, I presume we are currently with Gatwick and Stansted traffic. It doesn't sound quite as busy right now. It sounds a lot calmer.
3 descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Sunjet 863.
Sunjet 863, contact Gatwick 126.825.
So I'm expecting vectors at Biggin. That'll get us into Heathrow. It's Biggin through Lambourne, and then we're going to try and request 27 left, like I say, as was the actual flights a week ago. If we do get 27 rights, then unfortunately that's just the facts of that sim. I mean, the only reason the aircraft landed 27 left in the first place was due to the fact that the China Airlines flights arrived 5 minutes late and therefore pushed the 350 onto the other runway.
Left 135,
But regardless, I am expecting a 27 approach. Just left or right is the question we're going to get.
Speedbird 350, descent flight level 80.
080, Speedbird 350. Yes, aviation, we are using PAX, or PAC-X, again I do apologise to TFDI for doing that. Yeah, we're using it today, but we've got it down to one passenger because we don't really have it on board. I would set it to 0 if I could, but not quite a feature of it.
Heading to London 123.9.
Heading over to Costa Road.
I have to say, the visibility right now, very, very foggy. Obviously the sun, its current angle is currently done a fair bit of work on that, but so it's taking a battering now at the visibility. I mean, I'm sure by the time we get closer to London, we'll be able to get a bit more of a visibility on that.
Ryanair 3034, descent flight level 70, speed 250 knots per lane.
And 70250 left,
Shuttle 18 Foxtrot, climb flight level 90.
Alright, so we'll set the speed brakes up as required. At this point, very shortly we'll start doing our 10,000 feet before landing checklist. So we've got some spoilers out, minor spoilers, just enough to get the aircraft to carry on its 285 knots.
There you go, 2 loads, typical.
Two Golf, good evening, descent flight level 150.
50, and we have a speed restriction of 280 knots.
Roger. Speedbird 350, repeat 250 knots.
Reduce to 250, Speedbird 350.
Golf Alpha Charlie, speed 240 knots.
Put a bit of spoilers in just to slow the aircraft down.
All up to Julia, resume my navigation. Shuttle 18 Foxtrot, flying 340 degrees.
By heading 340,
Shuttle 9 Julia, descent flight level 110.
And make sure we check the weather at Heathrow, make sure that the backup timid. Hang on, .wx. Yes, double check the outer, double check the winds at Heathrow.
350, descent flight level 70.
170, 35. Be 1017 on the backup, or remember that's for the send. I'm not sure if in the Airbus you can set a altimeter when it's locked. That's the one upside of a Boeing to an Airbus. In a Boeing you can set a backup altimeter on the approach. Anyways, let's just now check the approach page on the flight book there. You have the automatic QNH, actually I've just remembered. Because there is one benefit to an Airbus where Boeing you have to manually set it and Airbus gets to automatically do it from the EFB. Again, both aircraft have their ups, both have their downs. You all know I'm a Boeing fan, so...
And route rank Parkway.
Yeah, a little fancy addition as well. You can move the FMS to the panel left as well. The FB stick it down on the bottom. It's a very modular cockpit, the 350, I must say. Woo! That was a change of weather there. And of course, because it's X-plane, my frame rate's going to enjoy the clouds we're about to fly through. Well, we did check the report.
Around no delay, leave begin, heading 345, flight level 70.
34570, speed at 350. Welcome, Darren, how are you doing?
Romeo Charlie 85, are you on frequency?
Romeo Charlie 85,
Speedbird 350, for landing at Heathrow, could we request 27 left?
Last station, call center.
Speedbird 350.
Sorry, last station contacted me for 27 left, call center, please.
Speedbird 350 for the 27 left.
To the 250, expect 27 left.
Clear 27 left, Speedbird 350. Thank you very much.
Negative, expect 27 left, continue 345 out Beacon.
My apologies. We'll continue and expect 27 left. Speedbird 350.
Speedbird 2 Papa Golf, descend, flight level 80, speed 220 knots.
Descend to flight level 80, speed 220 knots, Speedbird 2
Shuttle 18 Foxtrot, turn right.
So now slow. The spoilers. Checking the altitude.
Right, heading north up to 140, shuttle 180.
Below 10,000. Yes, we do turn landing lights. Before I do forget. And after begin, we need to make a right to 345, so we're doing that very shortly as well.
Turn right, heading 150.
Oh boy, sounds like I'm not the only one having a mare today on ATC.
Turn right, heading 150. Shuttle line.
Alright, let's head to 345.
Bovington heading 120 degrees.
Sounds like very low above and 120, shuttle line.
Good to 350, speed 220 knots. Speed 350, speed 220 knots.
Speed's 220, speedbird 350.
And you still have 5 miles to go for begin, turn left heading 330 degrees.
330 for 350. Did it a little bit short there.
Report heading to London 123.9.
Yeah, Seth's got a bit of a perfectionist today, I must say, but again, he's guiding a bunch of aircraft into Heathrow. We're all having a mare today. We're all having a mare today. Of course I remember you, Darren. Of course I remember you from the previous streams.
Descend flying level 120.
If I can quickly get onto Pat.
Speedbird 350, range 2 miles for 27 left. Descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Down to 4,000, QNH 1017, speedbird 350. Right, so it sounds like we will get to the 27 left in the end, which is good.
Speedbird 2 Papa Golf, leave, begin, heading 350 degrees, descend, fly level 70.
Speedbird begin heading 350 to 7 now, flight level 70, Speedbird 2 Papa Golf.
Shuttle line, Juliet, speed 220 knots.
220 hours, shuttle line,
Romeo Charlie 85, resume own navigation, Bovington, descend, level 8.
Right, so QNH now sets to 1017, that's been set.
I don't have time for this, direction Bravo, November, flight level 80.
Gosh, someone's... Someone! I don't know. The controller's not in a good mood this evening, I must be honest.
Romeo Charlie 85, direct Bravo, November, flight level 80.
Hopefully anyone coming into Heathrow today.
Speedbird 350, turn left heading 300 degrees and speed 180 knots.
300 and speed 180, speedbird 350. Alright, so slow the aircraft down. We have got 27 left, which is good. Slow the aircraft down, brings the spoilers up, and get ready for a landing. It's a little bit cloudy, but once we get below that, we should be able to get a little bit of a view of London, especially now that we are continuing our descents.
Romeo Charlie 85, direct Bravo, November.
Whoops, that might just be Heathrow loading in there. Hopefully frame rate's not terribly going to bring me down.
Golf Alpha Charlie, cancel the hold, turn right heading 0.
So many clouds. So many clouds.
Hold turn right heading 050 degrees.
Speedbird 2 Papa Golf, report speed.
It's currently increasing just because we're at a steep descent.
We've just glide slope before the localizer. I don't think we're allowed to do that.
220 knots, please.
I'll do 220, but I won't be able to make a localizer on this heading, so you've got to take up a lot.
A bit more spoilers out, just slow the aircraft down, keep it steady.
Nice and slowly, 220 knots whenever you can, please.
No worries, 220 knots, so you've got to take up a lot.
Shuttle line unit and left heading 100 degrees.
Left
Unit 50, turn left heading 260 degrees, one localizer established, 27 left.
We've turned 260, we're already established, speed about 350.
Roger. Unit range 32 miles for 27 right, descending altitude 4,000, pressure 6,000, and the QNH is 1017.
Right, so we're still over 5 miles, continuing but you've got a late established localizer there. So it's got a later one I'd normally like, but what can I say? Set the approach. I remember it's a 110 land you got to do today, so slowing this aircraft down. There we go. Should now be getting out of the cloud there, so.
Surprisingly 0106, so my bad. Would you like 04?
Let's see out of London.
We were told by Adam 04.
There's Docklands just to our right hand side, it's a bit of London there. Orbex, England, riding a fair bit of scenery. Flaps 1. Are the flaps working? Yes, they are, there you go. Flaps 2. Slight little delay on that, but nothing major. The clouds and the lighting is actually causing a fair bit of glare on the windshield here.
180 knots as well, so you've got to up it on.
Super 350-180 knots or greater until 6 miles.
180 till 6 miles, speed about 350. This is a very fast approach he's given us. I know we'll be able to slow down, but we're gonna really hit the brakes on this descent.
3 miles and 27 left, report traffic inside.
We have him inside, speed about 2
Super 2 up, got project cleared on left 27 right, maintain visual separation on our traffic parallel runway.
Wow, we're pitching down 5 degrees right now. This is a very steep one to Heathrow. How many miles are we? Right, the aircraft's just departing now, so at least we'll have the runway clear. How far are we now?
Golf Alpha Charlie, turn right, heading 180 degrees. I'm sorry, did you want to go for 04? That's no problem with me.
Alright, let's bring the aircraft down to 110. Bit of spoilers in, just slow the aircraft down as much as we can at this final period. And any second now, expecting the landing clearance as well. Load of gear. 1185 for speedbird 350. Hello there, Heathrow Tower. This is speedbird 350. And final, runway 27 left.
Speedbird 350, hello. Heathrow Tower, runway 27 left, clear to land at surface wind is 360 degrees.
Cleared to land, speedbird 350. Alright, so I've got the spoilers out, just slow the aircraft down. Flaps down as well. Got Kew Gardens just to our right. Oh, this is going to be a parallel landing. He's going, how fast is he going? Can he even slow down in time?
Confirm you copied your landing clearance 27 left.
Have copied 27 left, speedbird 350.
Speedbird 350, Roger, thank you.
So yeah, we're slowly losing our speed. I'm quite concerned about the aircraft we're parallel with. There is no way he should be overtaking us at this speed. Oh.
6236.
If he's disconnected, I presume... I think he's realised he's going too fast at this point. He may have just bailed out. Right, we'll bring out the spoilers now, bring it ready for landing. Set up for a manual now. 1000. Let's bring it in. We've got our landing clearance sorted. That should be no problem.
Speedbird 460 Mike, stand 533, pushing start approved, face south.
How do you get the FMS on the left screen? There's a little switch on the lower right we can press, and it switches the EFB and FMS around. And how's flying without and stars? You just manually plug in the waypoints. Charts are available in the UK on NATS for free. Again, apologies for the late response to those comments. So, now short final in. Not looking too bad. Heathrow's quite busy. Just in case of bringing it onto the glide slope. Must remember that this is a very empty aeroplane, so there's no weight to it at all. So it's a little bit of a wallowy flight model with it basically being a A350-1000, but regardless, should be an alright landing. Oh, and flare law. I must remember. Flare law. I'm not good at this. Wish me luck. Wish you butter. Landing. We're committed.
200.
Keep the aircraft unstable. I do an XP realistic, but turn off today because it's not quite compatible with the flight factor.
100.
More on that later.
Target initial flight to at 7.5 miles, 2 right.
60, 50, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30, 20.
Shuttle 9 Juliet, hello Heathrow Tower, 27 right, clear to land, surface wind 360 degrees at 6 knots.
173, not bad. Not bad at all. One passenger's clapping, always good to hear. Reverse thrust cuts. And exit runway enable.
Shuttle 2 Romeo, after Lowman, first right, November Bravo 3. After Lowman, first right, November Bravo 3, Shuttle 2 Romeo.
I'm not sure why the flight attendant's talking there, but hey, like I say, it's a small thing with panics. I'll speak to TFT design about that. I mean, to be fair, if the aircraft's got no passenger, in this case one passenger aboard, you probably don't need flight attendants doing their thing, so I'll speak to them about it and have an option to fly on empty for like a shuttle flights. Now we'll exit the runway and I'll request taxi to Beeline at base. Although speaking of which, do we have Heathrow ground? I don't know.
Speedbird 350, do you have a standard press?
Beeline base preferably. 350.
Sorry, just cut out there. Say again, please.
Beeline base, the British Airways Maidens bit to the east. Start up the AP, bring on next landing lights off.
Okay, Roger, Speedbird 350, I've got an air
That's come
taxi
up.
from Bravo to Lucky. And apart from that, you can taxi standard.
Taxi standard choice, keeping out of the taxi aircraft. Speed 35, thank you very much. So, following being a real taxi path from the day, left it anyway, so shouldn't have too much in terms of the choice of runway. Bring up the spoilers, left them a bit late. Might bring the wipers on as well because there's a bit of a drizzle, nothing major. Let's quickly start the aircraft as well now that we're on the ground. So APU's done. The 350 has got single engine taxi, so we'll go and abuse that a bit. keep on heading down to the main set.
Yeah, 1156, fully in position.
Yes, like I said, with XP Realistics, I have got XP Realistic Pro and I use it on all my streams. With some X-Plane 10 original, X-Plane 11 later port aircraft, because it has a slightly different camera system, not quite compatible and can glitch the aircraft out. Something I do want to avoid.
05. 56505, should command that directly.
Common aircraft, and then we switch to single engine taxi, but bit of a one now. I will say it just means more throttle basically. And then that will Todd to give way to, although coming in from behind, it's not too much of an issue. I'm just checking his tail code. Sorry, his call sign BA156. That should have been BAW, BOW, Speedbird. He's gone for a flight number, but a call sign there. We'll hold position for him anyway, just so he can get off the taxiway in front of us. Straight on, it'll then be a left and into the storage section just behind that. So we'll head to the gates, do the quick clear up, then stick it on a replay, and then, yeah, bring to an end the A350-1000 stream. How you guys enjoying it so far? Actually, I never asked you in the stream. You guys enjoying it so far? Alright, so here's out the way now. We'll continue our taxi.
And then maybe 810-220, pushing start
Mission start approved, station
Still looking good.
Bravo Alpha 1156, 27 left, clear takeoff, surface wind 360 degrees.
And there's the Concords to the right hand side, the giant magazine storage unit.
Yeah, 1156. Thank you very much.
Right, so
VA1156.
actually it's a bit of a sad story behind that for the Concorde there, because that, I'm not quite sure what the tail code is, but basically it's now being served as a storage section for old British Airways flight magazines. It's now got holes drilled through it to drain all the water that's been left inside, and it's not exactly in a great condition. I believe it has seen a bit of love given to it recently, but certainly not as bad as it, certainly not as luxury as it used to be back when it was in service. I mean, it used to originally be on the roundabout on the entry to Heathrow, but that was replaced a couple of years ago by an A380 model. So alright, so aircraft just parked up over here. Slot into position, shut down the engine, that's still running, bring it into the APU, and then shut it all down. So I'll go for the replay and then bring the stream to an end. And that should do nicely. Aircraft stopped, parking brake on, engine 2 off. APU will automatically be set on once that engine has shut down. Turn off the non-required lights, tax lights off and all that. Wipers off. And there we are. Welcome to London Heathrow. Yeah, that was a pretty good job. A little bit off centre, fair enough. I ain't complaining, I'm not used to a engine. What the call that? We've got Airbus now, Airbus. Oh yep, Shot Kiev, sorry, how you doing? Welcome to stream. Oh yeah, and also the ground textures, because X-Plane's water, wet ground simulation with wind ain't quite so pretty. But regardless, I think that was a pretty good flight. That was a very good flight overall. ATC a little hectic, but I'm not complaining with that.
Thank you very much for your help.
No problem, bye.
Just bring the ground services on. So you send stuff to chocks, ground power. I can't use the meters, I'm afraid. I mean, it would be something that the aircraft would be doing right now, but obviously not featured the aircraft just yet. What else have we got? AP you can switch off. Power's now on the ground. AP blue can now come off as well. And that is that with the aircraft setup. There's an aircraft coming to land over left here. The 737 with the flaps literally off the aeroplane right now. Gosh, I hope they can retract after. No worries, broom planes, Goran, wherever you call yourself these days. I'm sure your surprise was worth it, but just afraid not today. Although it starts the managing speed, there it goes, a little bit above the runway. It starts the managing speed a little better than the aircraft will parallel with. I still don't understand what was going on with that guy. I think the Heathrow London Centre took him in a pretty bad approach. Like I said, hopefully that guy is not too bad and the controller's in a better mood, but what can we say? Right, let's now finish off the flight info. So make sure that PAX is visible to you guys. Sorry, PAX, I must remember my good mess up there. And that, yes we do. And ahead of schedule, soft landing, and happy Carlos telling his friends about this airline. Thumbs up from him. So upload that. And there we go, close that now. So that's all sorted. Project flight, let's us end this flight as well. So completes. That's all looking happy. There we go, that's looking good. And I believe that was, yeah, I'm only using 2 trackers, I'm not using virtual Rhino or anything like that today, so that's not a problem. X walk box we can now disconnect from, since we are going to do the replay. Stick that in, shall we? Bring it back a little bit more. Right, so, first one from the interior view. I mean, again, there's only one passenger on board, but still be interesting to have a look at that. There is a GPWS call out for terrain there, because the aircraft is technically switched off, so we're just going to have to ignore that. Flight factors have never been too replay optimized. I mean, the 320 from them doesn't even have sounds in the replay, so at least we got that going. Totally do it better. Right, I shouldn't say that. Totally do a bit of welcome to aircraft as well, if you say it's the pop-out panel earlier. Right. Manual control, Heathrow maintenance hangar floating over the ground there. All looking stable. At this point the aircraft has slowed down enough to a decent rate.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20,
There's the Concorde.
10,
And down. Spoilers out a little bit early. Maybe that might have just been a replay thing. I don't think spoilers are out that soon. But regardless, it was still a soft touchdown, so nothing I can say about that really. Bring the aircraft up again for a short final, and this time from the external. So nice and stable into Heathrow. At that point, the aircraft that we should have been doing parallel with 127 right disconnects because he's going faster than God knows what. I almost kind of feel bad for that guy, I must be honest. He was expecting a fun little parallel landing himself. Gone. Alright, nice and stable. Got a bit of London in the background. Very nice to see. At this point we're a little bit high, so it's just a case of getting the aircraft balanced. Short final now. This is not over Mids Avenue. Midtall's on the right hand side. Alright, did we get landing marks? Answer is just about. A little bit short of it, but just about. And there we go. Welcome to London Heathrow. I mean, I must say, for a first time flying the 350, could have gone worse. Could have gone worse. I think the biggest thing that was against us in this flight today was actually air traffic control, which was a bit different. Maybe we should go on strike and get our voices heard. Like I say, hopefully no bad blood, but today's controlling was not quite the same level that it usually is with that sim, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, like I say, that was the Airbus A350-1000. Made by AIRBUS, costs around £350 million if you want to pick one up from your local market. Will this ever release? Try maybe in 2 or 3 years' time, maybe more than that. We'll see whatever happens if we actually get in 1000, because I think you guys can understand what's going on here right now. But no, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Maybe one day we'll see what happens with the model, but don't count on it. It's more of a joke, but an enjoyable one, like I say. So, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I do thank you very much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday as well. And yeah, you've all been great. Thank you very much. Yep, see you later. No worries. I'll see you later, and have a great weekend. Goodbye.